This is Adventure for Life. I'm Joel. This is day 13 of the Grenadier 15,000 mile cross-country trek. Now, even though it is day 13, it is not my unlucky day. It is rather my lucky day. I am at Warner Ineos in Salt Lake City. I think it's West Valley City, but it's a suburb of Salt Lake. This is not my vehicle. It's the same color, but as you can see, the roof rack's not on there. It doesn't have steel wheels, blah, blah, blah. This is the loaner that they gave me. So I am here today getting my oil changed, getting a electronic brake controller installed, and getting a new windshield put on my vehicle because mine cracked. Okay, so if you look here, and I'm going to give you a quick just pan of the various Grenadiers that are here. There's more over there. There's more around the corner. They have got a bunch of them. So by the way, I've been just absolutely thoroughly impressed with Warner Ineos, and I've got a lot to say this morning. But one of the things that they told me was that, I wondered why they had so many units here. And one of the things they told me is that the reject rate from people that put down a deposit was 60%. So now I heard from, again, Regal in Atlanta is my dealership because I live outside of Atlanta. And they told me that their reject rate was 30%. Now, there's obviously, could be some salesmanship and all that, because what does Ineos and what do the dealers want to say? Oh no, everybody that put a deposit down, took their vehicle. Well, that obviously is not the case. But they would like for you to think that there's lots of them. And I'm not saying that there's anything deceitful going on here. I'm just saying that from a marketing and sales standpoint, they want every car that was pre-ordered to be taken and possessed and bought by the person that put down the deposit. But anyhow, so that's one of the reasons why they have so many units on this lot. And I see there was a license plate on that green one. There's a license plate on this light blue one here. So those obviously are customer vehicles. I want to spend a second talking about this vehicle. So this is the owner of Warner Ineos, Warner Mercedes, Warner whatever. This is his Grenadier. He's had it off-road. So I just now, the service guy just took me through the various modifications that have been made to this thing. So we'll start front to back. It's got an aftermarket winch and bumper installed. It's got aftermarket lights there. Obviously, it's got aftermarket lights up top. It has got 34-inch tires. It has been lifted about 1.5 inches. It has got these Molly panels on the side from a company called Bison Gear. Got an Alicab rooftop tent inside, and I'm not going to open the door right now. Well, let's look at the outside right now. You see this special aftermarket ladder from a company called Latec. There is their name, Latec. I think they're German. And, it leaves room for this gas can here. But there also is a drawer system inside there that comes up in the back storage area that makes if you lay down the back seats, makes it all one level, and there's drawers in there so you have a place to put recovery gear or whatever it is. There is also in this thing something up at the roof. And again, I'm not going to open this vehicle because it's not mine, but I was shown this just a few minutes ago. And then they also have an onboard air compressor installed, and the hose comes out of an area up here. There's another look at the Bison Molly panel. Anyway, so this thing has really been rigged out. I'm going to walk over here because there's another vehicle that's got some stuff on it. This thing's been really rigged out. They've got some other ones with replacement rock sliders that I'm going to show you. So here's the thing about Warner, and I'm going to say again, Regal in Atlanta has been great from my standpoint. One of the things that they did was they hired some off-roader guys to be in their customer service department and whatnot, their sales department. So that's a good thing. But they are way behind where Warner is from an accessory standpoint. And it's probably because Warner is in Utah. Well, unfortunately, right over there was a Grenadier with some aftermarket rock sliders on it that were tucked up. They were tucked up tighter than the factory ones, and there was a step there that you could use to step up into the vehicle, which to me is an important thing. So that's the Ineos. Again, I'm getting my oil changed, differential fluids changed. I'm getting the electronic brake controller installed and the windshield replaced. I'm going to walk over here while I'm continuing to blab and see what else we got. They obviously do Mercedes G-Wagons also, because right down the road they have a Mercedes dealership, and if you see all those white vans there, they are a Mercedes Sprinter van outfitter. So these guys, again, really know off-roading, and so I suspect there's somebody that I'm going to be doing business with in the future. So I'll let you know how it goes. Their customer service has just been outstanding so far. Could not have been better. Outstanding to work with. And so whoever has Warner or whoever lives in this area is very fortunate to have them as an option. And so anyway, I'm going to take a drive and see if I can get some more drone footage today, because I've got all day. I'm waiting to get my car done. And we'll just see what else this day has in store. So yesterday when I was at the trailer place, I made the comment that, again, the trailer I was looking at was 16 feet for the box, then 3-foot nose, then 3-foot tongue, 22 feet altogether. And I made a comment about the length of the Grenadier, and here it is, 191 inches. Length including spare wheel is 191 inches, so you do the math on that. Let's see, so that's 18 feet altogether. So it's, versus the trailer I was looking at, it's going to be, what is that, 4 feet shorter. I really was just trying to get some idea of the proportion between the trailer and the Grenadier. By the way, I asked the guy here that I talked to this morning if they had many customers that were trailering, and he said not too many, but that they have been very happy with its capabilities, and the only issue is that you've got to have that third-party controller, which I'll show you this afternoon. He's described it to me, and I'm excited about what it's going to be like. I want to make another comment about Warner, and I'll probably have several of these, but I'm sitting in the rental car right now, or the loaner car, and first, they've been very nice to give me a loaner car. It is got 183 miles on it, so it's basically brand new. Second thing is, they did tell me that a new update is coming out, so they checked my vehicle to see if there are any updates due to flash the computer or whatever you call it, and there is one due to come out. It is not out yet, so mine has the latest update, but in that next update will be the ability to turn off the stupid speed limit sensor permanently. So interestingly, I just hit the favorite button down here just to see, and sure enough, they had already programmed it to turn off the overspeed warning, even though this car isn't even sold. So that tells you how big of an issue it is. And apparently, at least per the story I got, the CEO, Lynn Calder, I think's her name, was over here for a dealer meeting in California, and the Californian dealers took the opportunity to take her down a drive where the speed limit changed a bunch of times on the same road, and the speed limit warning was just flashing and flashing and flashing and flashing, and it was bad enough that she made a phone call immediately while still in the car. That was the story, to get that fixed. So I'm thrilled about that. Now they need to handle the lane departure warning too and some other things, so time will tell on how all that works out. So as I'm leaving the parking lot, I see all these vans and Sprinter vans they got out here, and I'm not a Warner Ineos, Warner Mercedes Sprinter van salesperson, but they clearly, you look at the modifications that they've made, look at the lift kits, look at the suspension systems. The service guy for the Grenadier was telling me about some suspension system they've developed that will allow them to drive these Sprinter vans off-road and just with miraculous ride. So anyway, again, I'm not here to sell them or sell their services, but it's another indication of the capabilities that Warner Ineos has to hopefully do future modifications to my Grenadier. Okay, so I'm ending the day where I started it at Warner Ineos in West Valley City. There's my Grenadier. I asked them if they would just wash it off, and they did that without charging me, so I really appreciated that. Again, boy, I cannot say enough good things about Warner Ineos. Fantastic from a customer service standpoint. I was happy. I'm going to talk about the billing in a second, but very happy with the billing and, for the work that was done. And so, I just can't say enough good things about them. First, oil change was $230 or whatever. They said it's about 7 quarts of oil. So that's, I don't know what I expected, but that's roughly right. Changing differential fluids, front and rear, was about $300. So again, didn't really know what to expect, but that's fine. They have some new wiper blades that they said are a lot better than the factory ones, and so they gave me some of those, and they were $40. So we'll see how that goes. I had this controller, this electronic brake controller, put on the car, and that was roughly just under $900. They got a lot of magic mushrooms. Just under $900. I think the part itself was like $300 and the labor was like $600, something like that. So I felt pretty good about that. Their labor rate's $210 an hour. That's high, but I don't think it's any higher than you'd find at Mercedes or some other place. And so hear me loud and clear, I am not complaining whatsoever about what the rate is. I'm just passing on the information. And then let's see, what was the other thing that was done? Oh, they changed both filters. By the way, both air filters, they said, were very dirty, which is a little surprising. I have driven this thing off-road, and I've kicked up a lot of dirt, but I didn't think I'd kicked up that much dirt. But anyway, I don't care. But it was interesting to me that after, actually, I ran this thing about 1,200 miles past the maintenance interval just because I'm on this trip. So it's supposed to be done at 12,000. I think I'm at about 13.2, something like that. But how much of that was off-road, was kicking up dust and whatnot? Oh, 10% of it, maybe 1,000, maybe 2,000 miles at the most was kicking up dust. And so, and I do have the raised air intake. So anyway, that's it for day 13 for the Grenadier 15,000 mile cross country trek, and we'll take it up tomorrow, driving up to Idaho Falls, Idaho tomorrow, and then, tonight, and then we'll be in Grand Teton tomorrow, and actually staying at the Old Faithful Inn in Yellowstone tomorrow night. So that'll be a fun experience. Anyway, all right, we'll see you guys next week in Grand Teton.